In this video I'm going to show you how to record a snare drum. What's up, I'm Nick from The Future Musician, and in this video I'm going to tell you the basics on how to record a snare drum. Make sure you stick around until the end because I've got a great tip for you on how to reduce the ring of your snare drum. So when I record a snare drum I always like to use two Shure SM57s, one on the top and one on the bottom, and you definitely cannot go wrong with that. So I want to give you guys some tips on how to get your snare drum to sound great. So the first one, tune your snare drum. I always like to start with the bottom head. I like to tune it as tight as possible because it's better for the interaction with the snares on the bottom. And then I always go to the top, and you want to make sure you tune your snare drum as evenly as possible across the whole snare. So tip number two, the distance of the mic. This will affect the sound dramatically. If you take the mic and you put it right on top of the head, it will capture like a really direct sound of the snare, and it will also give you a little bit of more low end. But if you take it a little bit back and a little bit further away from the head, it will capture more of the actual sound of the snare, which will make it sound a little bit more natural, but it will also give you a little bit more bleed. So that's something you have to deal with. Tip number three, the angle of the microphone. When you place it and you aim it right at the center of the snare, it will capture a lot of the attack and a lot of the hit. When you aim it a little bit more to the side of the snare, it will capture a lot more ring from the snare. So if you want ring, you can aim it to the side. If you want attack, you can aim it to the middle. So tip number four, if you find that your snare has too much ring to it, you can use moon gel to reduce that a little bit. So if this is what it sounds like at first, if you use moon gel, it will reduce the ring. I think it sounds better. You can go crazy with that. You can also use, I don't know what it's called, we always call it the donut. You put that on top of it, all your ring is gone, and it will make your snare sound really dead. And the last tip, consistency. Always make sure to hit the snare drum right in the center with the same velocity, with the same amount of attack, and this will make you sound a lot more professional. So those were my tips on recording snare drums. I've got one more for you. If you're trying to reduce the ring of your snare drum using moon gel, make sure to cut the moon gel in little pieces and spread them evenly. This will dampen your snare drum in a more natural way, and it will give you a better sound. So let me know in the comments if you tried that and whether it worked. So I hope this video was helpful. If you liked it, make sure to hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.